Eddie, you were asking for story time, so it's story time. And it's because somebody asked me a question for my Q&A, and yes, I'm going to answer it in the Q&A when I do my answer video, about my hair. Have I always had this long? Did I wear it short? And that's an interesting story all of its own, but it reminded me of most of my days working, most of my 35 years with the railway. Although there was a time I quit the railway and I went on to, I'm watching my dog because a squirrel went by and she didn't go after it. I'm kind of happy for that. Cheers while I think about what I was saying. Watermelon. Oh, very nice flavor. So, no cookie. You just be a good girl. Leave the squirrel alone. I may have to pause in a minute. But I was with CP most of my life. So let's put it that way. But I was doing business. And I knew that I needed shorter hair, so I had shorter hair. But cookie, no. But that isn't what this one is all about. I'm wondering how this is, because it's not too often that I'm kind of nicely baked when I'm talking to you. I'm waiting for my son to come home. He's had a day away at his best friend's house and playing games and doing whatever, so I'm real happy for him. Anyway, pitter patter, let's get at it. The story. I drove a NASCAR. I told my kids it was the second best day of my life. Them being born was the first, and I lied. Because that was the best day of my life. It was incredible. About a week before, a telecom company here in Alberta, actually Canada-wide, I had just finished doing a deal with them on behalf of my company for quite a lot of money. And as sort of a thank you, they had a corporate day. And what it was a racing car company, and they had 8 NASCARs, would do these events during non-racing weekends. And so I had no idea what it was. And I get out there 6 a.m. They told us 10-hour day, 8 hours going to be a few breaks, but driving mostly. And the first 2 hours classroom time. We get there and they talk about where in the curve, depending on the curve, to aim for, and how to properly hold, and everything, how the brakes are working. And then they drove us around the track once in a NASCAR, a beautiful Camaro. But then the second time, it's a 14-turn road track. I forget the total kilometers, maybe 2 clicks. I don't know. I just don't know. But it was 14 different turns and a few hairpin. And 2 straight stretches, one really long one. And what they did was they governed us to a maximum of 90 mile an hour. And I'll be talking mile an hour even though we were talking kilometers, because that's how these were rigged. Top speed 90 mile an hour, and we got to, after one time around with the instructor, we got to start going around on our own. Not racing each other, not yet. We got to do like 3 rounds each, and then park, and then learn some more, and talk about, they had cameras and everything, and talk about how you did, at the end, we did race each other, and I won every race I was in, and I topped out at 156 miles per hour. That's 236, I think, kilometers per hour on the straight going into a hairpin. And I made the hairpin anyway. I got the best time of the day, to the point that this crew, actually, I was quite a bit younger then, this crew said, if you really want to make some money on the side, why don't you come race with us? We can, hey, Cookie, we can get a car working for you, and you could probably make some good money. You're a good driver. And for a split second there, I almost changed my entire life, but I couldn't. I was a single dad. I had 3 kids. I had a grandchild by that time, all living with me at that time. So no, I didn't take them up on that, but I've watched and followed their growth throughout the years. It's over a decade ago, probably 13 or 14 years ago. But they're still doing this and racing, and they've put some pretty good racers forward. So I forget the name of the company, and if I can find the picture, it'll be the title of this, so you've already seen it. I look really fat in it. That's what taking customers out to lunch 2-3 days a week does to you. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. I've enjoyed having a few talks with you, talking out old times with you. Again, like I say, best day of my life. It really, really was. And I still have beautiful memories of it. And I hope those memories never fade, because, wow, that was fun. Peace and cheers. Love and harmony. Peace.